Okay, turn it down a little bit. I was really listening to some praise and worship music for. I put this song on, but I just want a little bit more. Okay. Anyway, welcome to my channel, Thriving Abundant Thrill. It's lit. We're gonna do a pick a card. All right. So if you're new, well, if you've been here, I appreciate you tuning in, locking in, and the like button, staying for your reception and shit like that. Sharing the video, everything like that. That's all we doing. Okay. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. I'll post for all 12 zodiac signs, also the pick the cards and generators. So tap in and hit the bell. So how does spirit suggest you get your nervous system right for what you asked for? So okay, so I'm probably gonna put timestamps. However, what I'm gonna speak about now, I feel like it's like in general, just about this question in general. How does I rebuke all monitoring spirits in the name of Jesus? Amen. I command them all to go straight to put hell where they belong. Amen. So how does spirit suggest you get your nervous system right for what you asked for? So I was thinking like, what planet rules the nervous system? So it's Mercury. All right. So my Mars happens to be in Mercury. So I don't know. Something about that makes me feel like I could tell y'all. Anyway, look, or you know what I'm saying? Just say something that is relevant. So anyway, how does spirit suggest you get your nervous system right for what you asked for? Mercury in general is like an adaptable planet. So something about being adaptable. Now I'm not gonna hold you. As soon as I started this video, there's some niggas standing like right where I'm at. Like not right where I'm at, but it's giving like there's other seats. Like you could go, you don't have to see using my peripherals. And if y'all know like how readings be going, it's like nigga, what's go anyway, I don't know if that's relevant. Okay, your nervous system. Okay. I don't know. I don't think that's social anxiety. I think that's just like I'm too close or something. Anyway, I got 3 decks. I'm gonna show y'all. And also got some other cards to accompany the reading. So it's lit. Alright. I'm gonna put this in the time. So yeah, let me see. So I'm gonna show y'all the decks and we're gonna talk about it in a second for each pile. I don't know. It just makes me want to look at it like, what's this nigga? I don't really care, but it's like, do you want me to care about what you're doing? He got left. I don't know, but I don't think you heard me. I think you heard me. Anyway, I would show y'all this lip gloss, but y'all bitch ass. Some people they be breaking my shit. Okay, but this one is lit. It's called Strawberries and Cream. I don't even want to show y'all things. Cause y'all niggas got singing this shit. The mirror. Not even no, not the. I'm talking about the bed. Anyway, this one is so lit. It's called. Maybe y'all can look it up for yourself, but it's called Well Blended, and it got strawberries in it for real. It's called Strawberry and Cream, and strawberries for real. And it doesn't. It's not clear. It comes off like kind of like it's a film for real, but I guess that's the strawberries and cream part, or whatever like that. So anyway, that's a little lip gloss for me, I guess. Whatever. Anyway, look, I'm gonna show you the decks right now. Gratitude is a must. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna show y'all the decks. We have 355. So deck number 1 is or reliable. Or reliable. Okay. Right away deck. All right. I want to say original right away deck. Okay. That's pile 1. How does spirit suggest you get your nervous system right for what you asked for? Okay. And also something about your nervous system, wherever it's at right now, lowered, heightened, I don't know. Wherever it's at right now, it's like the way I ask the question is like there's a different there's a different mode or something. How does spirit suggest you get your nervous system right for what you asked for? Makes it okay. I asked this question, but even when I'm looking at the question, it makes me feel like it's like something's a big deal. It makes me feel like something like would make your nervous system like I want to say spike. Let me do it. Like go up. All right. So anyway, deck number two, pile number two is this playing cards deck. Okay, it's called Stargazer. Okay, so pretty lit. The cards look like this. All right. So how does spirit suggest you get your nervous system right for what you asked for? And also, well, I was gonna say something about how they be like, be careful what you ask for, and also like maybe you didn't verbally ask for anything, but it's like the actions you've been putting forth. It's like what is it equal to type shit. And then I don't know why I thought about wow, huh, yeah. What does it good? What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Saving for. Anyway, pile three, deck number three is this mini right away deck. Okay, so I'm gonna put timestamps for whoever's watching this on the playback. So you could pick your deck, use your intuition and whatnot like that. And we're gonna go to pile number one. I don't know. I just thought about. I said pile one. I just thought about like Super Mario, the first level or something like that. All right, so we about to do pile one. So it makes me feel like you're beginning something. And then on this like card that came with the deck, I caught the word finish. And I just said something about you starting something. I'm thinking about the word vows. All of this is intuitive for power one. I'm about to talk about. I don't know. I think this is like London rap music. It's a mix though. Boss. All right, let me. Okay, everything I'm saying could be relevant. Let me drink some water. Make sure y'all drink your water. Y'all saying hydrated and align my body and soul. We're going on maybe 7, 8 minutes. I feel like I got to sneeze, but I feel like I don't know why the sneeze feels artificial. I don't I don't know why it feels like I really don't got to sneeze. Okay, so we're gonna go to power. I'm looking at this map. I'm looking at the word Jet and Karina. I guess this is the name of whatever this nebula. Jet and Karina Nebula. Hmm. Anyway, we about to do power window. All right. If you're just popping in here, hit the like button for me, please. Thank you kindly in advance. So, all right, let's talk to God. Well, let me say what's up. Welcome to my channel, Thriving Openly Real. It's lit. You picked pile number one, so my old reliable deck, right away deck. Okay, we're gonna see how does spirit suggest you get your nervous system right for what you asked for. Okay, so let's talk to God, and then we go get into it. If you've been here, hit the like button. Stay from the beginning of your section to the end. Tell all your friends or your people, share the video. Okay, send it to them in their messages and shit like that. And if you like, okay, and if you're new, subscribe to the channel. I post for all zodiac signs, also do pick cards and generators, so tap in and hit the bell. Okay. Also, sometimes briefly talk about the lip gloss that I'm wearing. But anyway, look, let's talk about. All right, God, angels, ancestors, spirit guides of the highest ascending way. Like, thank you so much for sitting me down here to do this reading. Power number one, make sure we're all protected from lower vibrational, demonic, or oppressive weirdos. And we got clear direct sex messages. Much appreciation. Thank you for the clear audio and the clear visuals. What? Okay, let me see. Power one. How does spirit suggest you get your nervous system right? Suggest you get your nervous system together. I don't know. I kind of feel like an energy of like the human beings have a threshold. Okay, I don't know who I'm talking to, but you could have feel like your threshold of your nervous system has been tried or something like that. Maybe somebody feel like their nervous system is fried or something like that. Okay. Uh, take whatever I say as a resonance. I feel like, I mean, whatever. Somebody was trying to, that was their intention. They were trying to short circuit you, have you have a, I don't know, maybe somebody had a short fuse and it was hoping you had a short fuse or something like that. I don't know. Take whatever I say as the resonance, okay? What's the question again? Refocus. How does spirit suggest you get your nervous system right for what you asked for? Pile number one. Okay, let me show you all these cards that came out. So I got a card from the Spirit Junkie deck. It says I shuffled and pre-shuffled everything and put it with this card, whatever. Anyway, it says I celebrate all the greatness in my life. Okay, Power One, you're celebrating all the greatness in your life. Okay, celebration. It also something about making yourself comfortable with celebration, or you took it upon yourself to learn how to celebrate yourself. If that's relevant, you could have always been celebrated. Okay, but it says I celebrate all the greatness in my life. It makes me feel like being in gratitude for what you already have. And then I'm looking at this work your light card. It says leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. All right, this is for pile one. All right. I feel like maybe you could have felt like you had something to prove. Not necessarily. Now take whatever it says, it resonates, okay? But you could have felt like that you had something to prove. Or there was some type of energy that wanted you to prove yourself or some shit. And I feel like a constant. I feel like you celebrating all the greatness in my life, you could have not been doing that. There's a lot of greatness in your life. It's shades of greatness or something. I don't know. I'm looking at these colors. I celebrate all the greatness in my life. And I feel like you're leaping onto more greatness. You go first, the universe will catch you. Something about you trusting yourself and trusting the universe and trusting that what you seek is seeking you. And party on the mile. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna read this Isis Oracle card. And and look, in this card, this scripture card, it says very end. So yeah, I'm gonna read that card at the very end. Anyway, this is for power. I'm gonna get some tarot cards. Okay. So, how does spirit suggest you get your nervous system right for what you asked for? It makes me feel like I feel like the universe is encouraging you. You're going first. It's not someone else going first. I celebrate all the greatness in my life. This is for Paul. One, I'm a shuffle. But I'm looking at the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. This is for Paul one. How does Spirit suggest you get your nervous system right for what you asked for? All right, so somebody could be burdened. It could be an earth sign. It could be a fire sign. About the future, Three of Wands. Okay, something about how do you get your nervous system right for what you asked for? I'm looking at the Ten of Swords, I think. Okay, I'm looking at Temperance. I'm looking at the Six of Swords. It makes it, well, I feel like positive. Okay. I'm looking at the Five of Swords and Temperance. Like something positive after being around people that was constantly trying to pull your leg while you're trying to take leaps of faith or trying to not acknowledge your greatness or something like that. I'm looking at the Four of Cups and Temperance, and something about you got used to that. Something about getting used to that. I'm not sure if it affected your leaps. If you were celebrating all the greatness in your life on a regular basis, I don't know, but I'm looking at Temperance and the King of Cups. Somebody could be like an earth angel type of energy. They could put other people before themselves. Maybe they could feel like Like they're straight, they got it. So, or they'll go get it or some shit. I'm looking at Temperance and the High Priestess. We get in here 15 minutes. This three, it's six eyes looking at me. At least six. It was at least six eyes looking at me. Then when I'm mention that, it went to one person. So it's a plane on my anyway. This for part one. I celebrate all the great things in my life. All right, I'm done shopping. Let me get three cards. Okay, I think I wanted to look up nervous system. I think I should have been doing it. So I wanted to tell. I don't know if folks are gonna watch this. Okay, the nervous system is the body's command center. The body's command center. It consists of the brain, spinal cord, and a complex network of nerves. It controls everything you do, feel, and think, from conscious actions like walking and speaking to automatic processes like breathing and heartbeat. Right? Two main parts: central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Okay. I'm, I'm not reading all this right now. Okay. And something about that's something about within that system, nervous system, that's where the neurons are at, where like the connections are at. And like human beings, like we be having like routines or habits. You've heard of being creatures of habit, and something about making new neural pathways, new neurons and shit. And maybe in this new neural pathways, you're celebrated for your greatness. And then I split the deck. I'm looking at the Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot. Okay, it's major arcanas. Okay, let me see. I'm looking at the Four of Wands and the Full card. Somebody could be wanting to take a leap of faith into some type of domestic life, some type of home life where they want it totally different than, I feel like totally different than how they grew up. Especially if they grew up in some type of fighting, arguments, chaos, pettiness, nonsense. At the top of it, looking at the Hangman, seeing something from a different angle, a new way. I feel like this is about making changes, especially if you relate to being a person of God. I feel like that because God be about changes. Okay. And it's like you say, your life is excellent. Come on, baby, let's go party. Something about that was Vibes Cartel. Something about seeing things from okay, cause the way you was raised, I don't know you or you like. Look, I don't know what I'm talking about. Look, I feel like the way you could have been raised is like. I guess I'm trying to be polite. Say that. Anyway, here's the point. They have strayed away from God. They could have forgot. They could have forgot God. Something about not forgetting about God. Okay, I'm looking at the Five of Wands. I'm looking at the Queen of Cups. I'm looking at the Magician. So you could have decided like you don't want a life where there's arguments all the time. Instead, you want happiness, bliss. Now, also maybe something is revealed or something. I don't know. Maybe something has come. I'm looking at the Ace of Pentacles. Maybe something has come to an end, has come to a head or something. Let me get three cards for pile one. I can't do that. We already in it. 20 minutes. You niggas doing stuff. All right, let me get two cards. I'm looking at the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. Somebody is having sleepless nights about your work, or Somebody putting in that overtime, they having sleepless nights, they working. I don't know. Let's for power one. All right. How does spirit suggest get their nervous system right? I'm looking at the seven of wands. Get back, bitch. You're gonna be like that. Okay. But this is it really makes me feel like this is you being guarded against energies that make you get out your square, get out your element. Like I don't feel like it's a comfort zone thing, because I feel like you're gonna be you need to get out your comfort zone because you go first. The universe will catch you. If that's a thing, I don't know about y'all, but I try to make myself comfortable with being uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the seven of wands in my hand. I'm looking at the knight of swords and the nine of cups. This I'm not gonna hold you. This gives me energy of like this could be you speaking up. This could be somebody speaking up for their happiness and not letting anything come between them and their happiness, because at the end of the day, this is their life or something like that. At the top of the deck, I'm looking at the Page of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles. Take whatever I say to resonate, okay? I'm looking at the King of Cups. I'm not gonna hold you. This feels like it's I don't know. I'm trying to avoid saying love, but let me see. I'm looking at if somebody wasn't trying to avoid saying love. Look, I'm looking at the Knight of Cups and the Eight of Wands. Okay. Okay, this could be a big deal. Someone could be taking a leap of faith. Come on, let me just reply a little bit. Okay, let me see. You go first, the universe will catch you. Ooh, this is about love. I see the Ace of Cups and the Three of Cups. That's what I'm saying. That energy of like all of this for me, like you sure? Like, and this is life. So it's like, I don't know. I just feel the energy of like, don't be too modest or something. Like, don't be too modest that like you talk yourself out of what's for you or some shit like that. But I split the deck. I'm looking at the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. And when I first was shuffling these cards, I was talking about the King of Pentacles. All right. I'm looking at the King of Swords and the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. That could be somebody working on speaking freely. I'm looking at the Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. You said right away, no delay. I'm looking at the Four of Swords. I'm looking at how many wands is this? 9 wands. Who's counting? Anyway, look, something about who's counting. I don't know. I don't know. Something about counting. And then I saw counting down the days. I don't know. Who's counting? I don't know. This is for power one, okay? How does spirit suggest you get your nervous system right? Well, something about lowering your shoulders or something. I'm looking at the Four of Swords. This could be meditation, resting energy. And this card came out, Nine of Wands. Yeah, it just makes me feel uh like taking the training wheels off or something. Like you, I don't know about y'all, but I don't think I remember too vividly. But here's the point. The point is like, you know what happened when when my dad taught me how to ride a bike. He took the training wheels off, but he was still helping me ride the bike when he took them off. And then he had let go. He didn't tell me. So that's what happened. And then I was riding the bike though. Mhm. So I don't know if you could be a parent or somebody could be a parent, but something about I don't know. It kind of gives me that energy too of in that Ray movie, in that Ray movie when when his mama when he dropped something and his mama knew he was losing his eyesight and She didn't help him. She didn't help him find it or whatever. He found it. He found the cricket or whatever it was, grasshopper or whatever like that, using his ears, his hearing. But something like that, I don't know if it hurt her heart, but she was like, you know what? I gotta let him learn. I gotta let him learn. And then he was like, Mama, you was always there. You could have been helped me. Anyway, something about you gotta help yourself or some energy like that. So how to get your nervous system right? I don't know. Like it's I guess some things in life is like, well, something about a spike. Something about it don't even last that long. Once you take the leap of faith and the universe catches you, I mean, come on. I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking about sustained stress. I feel like that's not good. So don't try to have nothing sustaining stress in you. Some shit like that. Something about being comfortable with good things. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this up. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm looking at the Knight of Cups. Okay, this could be in love. Okay, this could be new though. Like this could be new. Like I don't know. Like I feel an energy of mm, like exhilarated, like bare, vulnerable, no clothes. It's not funny. It's not funny. I celebrate all the greatness in my life. It just feels real though. It feels like living life. Like what? It feels like living. Okay. It feels like living. Mhm. I'm looking at the Four of Swords and the Three of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. Now this could be about somebody meditating. This could be some type of collaborating with others on what they've been meditating on. I don't know, but I'm looking at the Ten of Swords. It's like that's ending, and judgment is also being called on that. And somebody is working so that what Eight of Pentacles. Somebody's working so that they could do it. I'm thinking about some type of chicken. I don't know. I don't know if it's jerk chicken. If it is jerk chicken, it's like some other type of flavor in there. Some shit. But anyway, I'm looking at the Eight of Pentacles and Judgment. It's like, so I don't know if somebody's going back to the drawing board or somebody's just like, oh, there's skills for me to learn through experience, not through, I don't know, books or other people or what other people talking about or something like that. It's like you use your imagination, your actions, your thoughts, your words, and you go first, and the universe will catch you. Something about um, like trusting what you cannot see, as opposed to people or places or things that you can see, and just because you could see them, you can feel like it's for real, and that's not always the case. Okay, look, I split the deck. Well, I didn't split. It's two cards. I'm looking at the moon. Oh my goodness, look at these cards. The moon, the Three of Wands, and the Devil card. Yeah, he said, take your time with the bodyguard. I'm looking at the Three of Swords. Anyway, I guess if somebody is trying to do some type of hocus pocus on your ships coming in or what you see coming in for yourself, I would say, oh, two, it's three twos in a row. Hold on. Something about alignment. All right, the Devil, the Three of Wands, the Moon card. It just, I don't know. This makes me feel like some energy of like folks that be You know, in the Lion King, where they be like, "Oh," Simba's like, "Oh, father, what's that over there?" And he's like, "That's where I don't know." I'm paraphrasing. Somebody like, "That's where the dark lions be at, the evil lions, the hyenas and shit. We don't go over there." That's what makes me feel like it's some energy where you don't be around them. However, they be watching you, they be spying, and they be scrying, and they be sad, and they be crying. I mean, I don't mean to laugh. It could be funny, but I don't gotta laugh every time. But I'm looking at the two of wands. They looking at you. Something about doing magic or doing some type of manipulation, heartbroken. Okay. Now, I showed y'all the two of wands, and they're looking into the globe. But I'm also feeling like scrying or spying, like a crystal ball or whatever they be looking at reflective surfaces and shit. And then I'm looking at the two of swords and the two of cups. Two, two, two. Okay. So they could be sending some hocus pocus for somebody to be like, stick to what you. Something about don't go chasing waterfalls. Just stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to, or something like that. Um, don't do something new or different because it's better to stick with the devil that you know than something don't. Okay. I'm looking at the Eight of Swords. All right, they're sending magic and projection so somebody could be stuck in their head in a self-inflicted bind. While these folks is doing their hocus pocus, their manipulation or whatever like that, something about believing or knowing or wanting or feeling like you want to be around celebrations. You don't want to be around. I don't know. It just makes me feel like a group or space where there's like clouds over people. They be throwing that energy around. I don't know. I was gonna say hot potato, but like they're throwing the energy around. They don't want it. It's too hot. Somebody catch it. I'm looking at the Hierophant Taurus energy. Okay, Four of Cups, King of Pentacles. All right, this is for kind of one. Okay, something about if this is like negative energy being projected, something about them being able to play on what's not healed, or them being able to play on what you can control, or some shit like that. Something about making sure that these energies, these spirits don't have access to your nervous system or something like that. Because it controls everything you do, think, say, and do, and everything like that. That's you. You decide. You decide how that goes, or something like that. Did I say I was gonna wrap this up? I meant it. But anyway, I split the deck. I'm looking at the Knight of Cups. Somebody's gonna take a leap of faith. Okay, this is for a power one. How does spirit suggest you get your nervous system right for what you asked for? Something about strengthening those neural pathways, those neurons where you trust in yourself and taking action. Because I don't know about y'all, but I feel like whether you whatever action you take, like action is better than no action, depending on what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like yeah, and then you could of course correct after that or some shit like that. Okay. Anywho, I'm looking at this card right here, this Isis Oracle card. So this is talking about, we can read it together. This is talking about casting out all the darkness. Okay. Pillar of light, pillar of light burning bright, earth star below, soul star above. Burn away all that is not light. Transform all into unconditional love. Star of Isis, descend your blessing and peace without end. Grace me now with peace and protection, completely embraced by divine perfection. So it's like, and then look at it. All right, part one, it says, I am with you always to the very end of the age. Matthew 28:20. Something about having something like some type of core or some type of anchor, some type of something that's like, okay, it could be your faith. It says, I am with you always to the very end of the age. You know, if you feel like you needed that energy of like you're not doing it by yourself, okay, God is with you. The universe is with you, waiting for you. Like imagine, when you was young and somebody was like, okay, jump, I'm catching. You was little. Like jump, I'm catching. It's like you was having fun. You was like you was jumping. You wasn't concerned. Okay, you knew you was gonna get caught. 9.9 times out of 10. So anyway, what's to say? For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Luke 12:31. So something about treasure and something about where somebody's heart is. Whoever's trying to fuck my third eye and my crown chakra, I rebuke in the name of Jesus. All black magic, return back to sender now. Promptly, swiftly, hastily, Lord. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Something about your one, two, three, four. Something about your heart's desire. Something about what you value. I'm looking at the two of cups. I didn't mention. I did say there was three twos. I'm gonna wrap this up. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Though we're gonna go to power two. What's the question? Let me just keep in mind the question. These niggas playing on my shit. Okay, how does spirit suggest? Well, I'm thinking about an officer. How does spirit suggest you get your system right for what you asked for? Oh yeah, so I don't know. I'm thinking about how some people that perform artists, you know how they be saying they got like alter egos and they step into that when they're on stage or when they're doing whatever they're doing. Now, what does that got to do with their nervous system? I guess they tap into the nervous system of somebody. Something about acting as if. Something about acting as if. Okay, good thing. I feel like there could be a negative energy projecting bullshit and suggesting or assuming like negative shit. Okay. God contend with those folks. Okay. But look, we're gonna go to part two. I appreciate y'all tuning in, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, everything like that. Okay. So, you I don't want to address these things. Okay, they don't feel good. They don't feel good. They don't feel like they're doing good in life. Okay, like what? I'm trying to be good, man. Okay, let me see. Yeah, 39 minutes. I don't know. Dancing could be something. Or dancing or frequencies. Okay. T-shirt. Alright, we're gonna take a little intermission and then we're gonna start. Baby. Everybody, he said, "Me not fight to it's nobody. We Me respect everybody. No better than we. Do something. Do something. Do something. Okay. Do something. Do something. Okay. Stop playing. Let me stop playing. All right, don't mind me. I'm using y'all as a mirror right now. As a mirror, and then you're gonna go regular schedule program. Do something. I want to show y'all the strawberries, but if I've been on here 40 minutes and it's one person, one light, you know, niggas just hating on me. You ain't hating on. No, don't put no one person in here. Don't do that. Go where you was at. Don't even do that. 'Cause I was wanted to show y'all the strawberry. Y'all so sick. Not y'all. Not the legit folks. The ones that know. Anyway, look. I ain't gonna get nobody make me so nice. So listen to that song. I didn't make that up. Anyway, look. Welcome to my channel, Thriving Abundance Rock. It's like you picked file number 2, this Stargazer playing card deck. We're gonna see how the spirit suggests you get your nervous system right, so that you could, whatever, so you could write for what you asked for. Okay. So if you're new, what's good? If you've been here, thank you so much for tuning in. Hitting the like button, stay from the beginning to the end of your section, sharing the videos, everything like that, telling your people. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. I post for all 12 zodiac signs, also the pick cards to generate tap in and hit the bell. All right, that'd be swell. That's it. That's what I'm gonna say about it. Look, whoever's watching this on the playback, I'm not gonna be affected by this. Okay, look, yo. Okay. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. I post for all 12 zodiac signs. I think I said that. So let's talk to God. So it's lit. It's my first time using this deck. Okay. All right. So this is for power 2. How does spirit suggest you get your nervous system right for what you asked for? Make sure, well, I was going to say, make sure there's no energies around you that feel like they could puppeteer you. I guess maybe people pleasing could. I'm trying to think of like a segue, like an open door for people to feel like they could puppeteer you or make you feel like, oh, they can move your arm this way, move your leg this way. I don't know. But whoever's trying to focus my chakras, God can tell with them. Oh, let's talk to God first. God, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, the ones who fuck with me are the highest and one. Like, thank you so much for sending me down here to do this reading for power 2, making sure I'm protected from lower vibrations, demonic, oppressive. They don't have a job, energy. Making sure we got clear, direct, and clear and direct messages. Thank you, God, for the clear audio and the clear visuals, Lord. I love my life. Okay, it's for power 2. How do you get your nervous system right? Okay, something about, I don't know. I just feel an energy of like you believing in yourself. Okay. Okay. This is the spirit. This is the, what is it? Light up your words. Yeah. Work your light. You're trying to fuck my third eye, my crown chakra. You don't love yourself. Just leave me alone and talk to God about it. Starseed, what lights you up? Okay, Power 2. Okay. You can resonate with being a starseed. What lights you up? I'm not gonna hold you. Like, I'm not. I be trying to like. I be trying to feel like folks that like NPCs. They seem like they not there. Like they gray. Like they bored chronically. Like they don't do things that light them up. maybe not even a little bit, or maybe they do, but they don't. It's not a lifestyle. It's not something they do regularly. Okay. Star seed, what lights you up? Okay. Oh, oh, love my life. All right. I'm also looking at this card, this Spirit Junkie card. It says, I can forgive people quickly, release my resentment, and set myself free. When I'm looking at this, I can forgive people quickly. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to me too. I'm feeling like how kids are, and somebody could do them. Some, I mean, maybe different kids are different. Okay, but it says I can forgive people quickly. Really, I just feel like when you see kids crying, and the next thing you know, the next moment they're smiling and laughing, it's like experiencing all your emotions. So you could, mm, I want to say, go to the next thing, or so you could live your life like free without something on your mind, on your head, on your chest. I can forgive people quickly, release my resentment, and set myself free. Especially if you had an energy around you that was trying to have you trapped in some type of way. And you know how people say, like, oh, the forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. It's for you, so you could be free. And I don't know if there was some type of trick or some, maybe this is gaslighting. I don't know, but something about feeling like you holding on to grudges hurts people, and it could or it could not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just feel like, why would you take that chance? It's like, do something that do something for you. Forgive these people quickly. Now, I don't know about y'all. However, this star seed energy, you could have people that's, I was gonna say, repeat offenders, and God sees them. God sees how they feel about themselves. Not too good. Not how God feels about them. That's why they act like that. That's why they act like that. Anyway, star seed, what lights you up? Okay, so you could have been around other people that's not star seeds. They don't be doing shit that light them up. They be trying to dim other people's lights. Now, in my like personal experiences, I've forgiven people, and whether I had let them back in my life or had not, because some people I had not let in my life, and they were still pressed to give me a reason to forgive them for some shit because they kept doing something. And it's like, bitch, you forgive it. You keep doing shit. I could care. So I could, and it's all right, and it's out my heart and shit. Like, you keep doing shit, trying to take me, trying to dirty up my heart and shit. I don't really give a fuck. Like, what? I don't know. It's just like, it could be an energy of like, forgive them, Lord. They know not what they do. They're not all there, you know. And I don't even think taking it so far, like, oh, what happened to them in their childhood? I like, okay, like, I mean, I guess. I mean, take whatever says it resonates. It's like, you could have had some shit that happened to you. It's like, nigga, I don't know. You're doing shit that lights you up, and people who's not doing shit that lights them up, they could feel some type of way about you, trying to get you to dim your light. You got to forgive these people quickly. But you got to keep doing what lights you up. It says, release my resentment and set myself free. Okay, I was listening to somebody else's channel, and they was talking about resentment and forgiveness when it comes to long-term relationships, when it comes to interactions, probably with human beings in general. Okay, I don't know what he said, something about lifestyle, something, but something about not holding on to that bitterness. Look at this energy. It's like all pastel. It looks beautiful. And something about, it says, I can forgive people quickly. specifically people, as I say, we're just ordinary people. We don't know which way to go. Cause we're ordinary people. Maybe we should take it slow. Take it slow. Oh, oh, oh. We gotta take it slow. That could be relevant. John Legend on them. Like I don't know. Like maybe like start seeing. I don't something about okay. Whatever lights you up, you could be practicing it or you could not. However, something about it being like elite. Something about it being like it's lit. Whatever lights you up, and something about. mm, I don't know. I feel like this is your divine part of you. It's something about like remembering that we are on earth and we got bodies and we're around other people on earth and they got bodies too. And the bodies having the bodies part is what makes us people or something. I don't know. All right, let me get these stargazing cards. All black magic, return back to sender. Return back to your master. The Prince of Darkness downstairs. I'm looking at the Seven of Wands. Like, wait, you don't belong in here. Okay, I'm looking at the King of Pentacles. Ringa. We don't want to buy Ringa. Okay, that's for power too. I didn't say it, but I'm looking at the Ten of Pentacles. How does Spirit suggest you get your nervous system right for what you asked for? All right, I'm looking at the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, you could ask for some bread or something, some chicken, some food you trying to eat. I'm not talking. I'm not talking about money. No, I am talking about money though. Ten of Pentacles, or this would be about legacy and last name. You're trying to do something different. Okay, you're trying to do something different, and I am gonna read this Isis Oracle card at the end, but it says healing the divine masculine. All right. Now take whatever it says it resonates. It could have been masculine or feminine energies around you that could have raised you, or they got the same last name as you, and they could have had their life like they was living their life like upset with people. Like I don't know why I think that's funny. It's not funny for real. But what? It's like maybe for like a day, but it's like you gonna live your life like that, upset mad at niggas. No, it's not funny, but I don't know. Maybe I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Here's a point. More than a week. I don't know. Somebody. It's something about lifetimes or a life or something. Looking at the Four of Wands, or this is how somebody, yeah, maybe this is how somebody was raised, or you could have been around people because you know how children be lit up most of the time, right? They fresh from heaven. Melodies from heaven, lay down on me. All right, something about, and then when they get older, and then either the parents do it or people around them as they grow up, maybe they feel like, oh, these people around me, they haven't fulfilled none of their dreams, or I don't know why I feel like none of them. Maybe, or they didn't tell you about their dreams they fulfilled. Or they didn't, or something about I don't know. I'm thinking about the last pile I did. Something about celebrating the greatness. They didn't celebrate their own greatness in their life, or something like that. Okay, and that could probably be the case because I remember when I got my degree, my bachelor's degree in social work. I mean, yeah, they went to the ceremony, but I was the only one in in my nuclear family that went to college, finished college, and they kind of act like it was kind of regular, and mm, It's kind of, I don't know. It just gives this energy of like, oh, like you did well, like that's what you were supposed to do, or some shit. And it's like, bitch, you know, you ain't do it. What do you mean? What I'm supposed to? I don't know. Whatever. But like, really, when I got that degree, like I got it because I wanted it. But I'm looking at the Nine of Wands. I'm looking at the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so what lights you up? You could be somebody that, I mean, that's an example. Something about people trying to dim your light or not trying to, I don't know, boost yours or something. Something about you releasing resentment from that. Because, I mean, I don't know if it's because, but something about releasing that resentment. If there's resentment there, something about maybe understanding, like, oh, like they don't feel look about shit in their life or something. So so they put that resentment and anger and bitterness on you as a star seed. I don't know. I just feel the energy of like healing so that you don't bleed on other people or some shit like that. Okay. Release my resentment and set myself free. So you can fly. I don't know what kind of bird this is really, but I don't know why I'm thinking about a stork. Okay. Anywho. Oh yeah, last name, legacy, shit like that. I'm looking at this Six of Cups. Six of Cups. It's like it could be kindred spirit energy. It could be, it kind of made me feel like who you are at a soul level before you was like socialized too much, like your true path, your true destiny, without other people influencing you, like they know where you're supposed to go. And some folks could have looked at your chart, could have looked at that shit, or could have knew exactly where you're supposed to go, what you're supposed to do, or whatever like that. And it could have been going out of their way to have you not walk your path. And that's on, they're talking about taking away virginities. Anyway, at the top of the deck, I'm looking at the, I don't know, take whatever says resonate. Maybe that got something to do with something. Taking somebody innocence or something. No, take whatever says resonate. Okay. I don't know if this is a trigger warning or not. But anyway, I'm looking at the top of the deck, I'm looking at the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups, and then I'm looking at the Two of Wands. Two. I mentioned two twos in the last pile. Two, two of Wands, Two of Pentacles. These cards got like, it looks like the sky. It looks like past the atmosphere or some shit. I don't know that part of the sky where it's always dark, no matter if the Earth's got the sun is out or whatever. It's always dark. Anyway, okay, let's see. All right, Two of Pentacles, Two of Wands. I don't know. These cards just made me feel like a decision. All right, I'm looking at the Six of Pentacles. I'm lying. Whoever trying to fuck my third eye and my crown chakra, I rebuke in the name of Jesus. Find something to do. Like I'm gonna start telling y'all this. Like it's noon right now. I just remember, like, I don't watch TV, you know what I'm saying, really, but I remember growing up. There used to be daytime television. Like, ain't that still a thing? All y'all niggas, you don't think I'm your daytime television? I am flattered. Okay, never mind. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Okay, let me see. Six of spades. Even though your family ain't no stress me. Six of spades. I don't know why I'm getting like a brain fart. Okay. Maybe give you love to the day I die. Your fights and your tears and your cry. Whoever's trying to fuck my third eye and my crown chakra, God, please smite this talentless, jealous person. Smite them into knowing you, Lord. Okay? That's good, right? That's nice. Okay, let me see. Six of spades, man. Like an all inclusive resort. All right, six of swords. All right, moving away from a toxic situation, physical or mental travel. Yeah. You said, look, this is my life. Yeah, and the song you said, boom, boom, is paradise. I just feel like whatever parts you got, I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel this energy of like, well, like, to also, like, in this card, it makes me feel like there's other people that's lighting up the skies and shit like that in their part of the earth or their part of the world or something like that. Something about whatever it is that you're creating, whatever comes after you, your legacy, your last name, what it means, your ancestors are on deck. Something about something about you really thinking about what lights you up. And I feel like you're doing this like it's your life. Okay, like what lights you up, like that's how you live your life. As opposed to some people who live their life like life is happening to them or somebody did something to them. Or like in sadness and shit like that, or this is what we used to, or I don't know. My mom and daddy wasn't happy, so who am I to be happy? Yeah, some shit. Nigga, I don't know. I don't know. And you know, I be wanting to say this more often than I actually do. He said, "Girl, you are my choice." Man, right? All right, let me turn it down. Oh yeah, a little. It's a. Oh, let me turn it down. Yeah, a little brief intermission. No virus. Someone use yourself. You feel me say, I will never let you down. Girl, you are my love for life. Okay, that's Freaky Girl by Vibes Cartel. It's either part two or three. It's like three parts. Okay, here's the point. It's feeling like you feeling good. You're doing what lights you up and you're following like in that I think Billie Jean video, Michael Jackson video when he's walking on those blocks is lighting up. That's what you're doing. And you could be understanding why people's trying to get in your way and trying to fuck your shit up and try to dim your light. Something about not taking it personally. I don't know, not taking it personally. I don't think you got to set it on them like, you know, you get mad when you say, I don't want your light. Like, don't say that. It's me like, why are you talking to me? I know. Let me show. Let me chill a little bit. Okay, let's see. See, that's a strawberry. It's not clear, like I was saying, but that's a strawberries and cream. That's okay. You're gonna ask me anyway. In the song, he's talking about born again. He's not born in the song. He's just talking about born again version. Okay, let's see. I'm looking at the Six of Cups. I feel like you're in good hands. I feel like you've been doing what lights you up. You're listening to your ancestors, your spirit guides. At the top of that, I'm looking at the Ace of Pentacles. Something about I'm not gonna hold you. Like I was gonna say I'm talking about. I'm feeling like a whole new bloodline where like people around you, they're all lit up. They're all doing what lights them up. And then something about your children, your grandchildren, whoever comes after you. It doesn't have to be your children. People, younger generations. Okay, they something about a whole new way, a whole new type of stability, a whole new type of because a whole new type of what's the question? How does spirit suggest you get your nervous system right for what you asked for? A whole new nervous system or something. A whole new way to think, be, act, and do and think. And it could have been something that you wasn't bored with, or you wasn't bred with it, but something about you learning it and making it a part of yourself or something like that. All right, I'm looking at it's the Ace of Pentacles. I'm looking at the Jack of Clubs, the Knight of Wands. Okay, and there's another knight right here, Knight of Pentacles. I'm pulling from the top of the deck. I'm looking at the Five of Cups. What is this? The Queen of Swords. All right, this is for power too. Okay, something about okay. You could be putting your passionate energy into. I feel like an energy of like the way your angels, ancestors are leading you is leading to this Ace of Pentacles, this gift from God. However, I feel like you're in motion to receive this or something like that because I'm looking at the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. Something about you being on your path, but somebody is sad. Five of Cups. Okay, somebody could be sad because they could be doing this. They could be doing this, like I said, like this starseed energy, like it could be spread all over the world and shit like that. Something about you having your mission, and it could be something about like space, so you could move and shit, so you could roll your sleeves up and get to work or something. Even though I'm not looking at the Eight of Pentacles, something about your path, and I suppose it could be bittersweet with the Five of Cups. It's like it's sad, but something about remembering what you got left, or any song you're talking about, be my baby mother. It's vibes herself. All right, I'm looking at the Queen of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Diamonds. Something about look on the bright side. You learned about your boundaries. You learned not to let people get you bitter or something like that. Something about you being self-sufficient. Somebody could feel alone. Maybe that's why that Five of Cups is there while you're on your journey. Meanwhile, or something like that. Yeah, because the Six of Cups, I'm looking at again. Six of Hearts. At the top of that, I'm looking at the King of Hearts. I think I mentioned the Queen of Hearts. Oh yeah, Queen of Hearts is out here already. Okay, so just be cool. Some about your blue things and energy. Okay, some about you making room. by forgiving people, releasing resentment. Feeling of the cleaning. Okay. I'm looking at the Joker next to the King of Cups. To me, the Joker is like the Fool card. It's like the Fool card. It's like taking a leap of faith. I'm looking at the Knight of Swords. Okay, it's talking about speaking. Ten of Ten of Hearts. Ten of Cups. Yeah, look, listen. I feel like you're gonna be reunited, and it feels so good. I feel like you're gonna be around folks that got a spark like you, and y'all gonna have babies that sparked up too. Okay, that's what I feel like. With this, the first card I pulled was the Ten of Pentacles, and the last one I got was the Ten of Hearts, Ten of Cups. I'm gonna wrap this up. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Did I answer the question? No, no. How does Spirit suggest you get your nervous system right for what you asked for? Forgive, release resentment, set yourself free. It's something you can do. You can't ask someone who's trying to be your captor. I don't know what I was going to say. I don't know what I was going to say, but if somebody's trying to be your captor or trying to enslave you in whatever type of way, or they just want you to move how they want you to move, I don't know what I was going to say. Something about they're not going to set you free. Why would they do that? You got to set yourself free. Okay, you got to put your foot down. Like, you know what? Or you don't. Maybe you don't got to use words, but it says, "I and set myself free." It's something only you can do it, and you can't be too concerned about what people, places, or things, what they doing in their life. Something about like not giving a fuck for real. Something about you giving a fuck about yourself will light you up because nobody's gonna come like and be like, "Oh, let me give you what lights you up or some shit." I don't know, or they might not even know what that is or something. And I don't know. Somebody could have had an energy, you or somebody else could have had an energy of like they need somebody to blame. It needs to be somebody's fault. But it's like I can forgive people quickly, release my resentment, and set myself free. I don't know, something about the actions that you take. Can that help you? Because if you're blaming somebody, like, can that benefit you? If it could, then I guess maybe. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It's like no, this person. Maybe somebody like it is their fault or something. Whatever that means. Or I don't know. If somebody had really did something wrong, something about forgiving people quickly. So I guess it don't matter. Okay. And setting yourself free. And that energy of like how that childlike energy of like something happens and it's like you deal with it and then you move on. That's how I feel. Instead of trying to hold on to it. Now it is a such thing as a time and a place. Okay. If you're grown, you might not cry right then and there. You know they say something about they're gonna cry in the car. I don't know. It's a weird cry. See what the rest is resonates, okay? If that's a good place, then let it go. Let it flow. And then I feel like do that quickly. And then do what lights you up. Okay. How to appreciate your tuning in, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. I'm gonna read this card. Healing the divine masculine. Okay, you could be a woman or a man reading this. I mean, watching this. It says the divine masculine within provides this. Whoever's trying to fuck with my third eye on my crown chakra, I rebuke in the name of Jesus. Just because you don't know how to read doesn't mean you got to bother me. Now leave me alone. It's still time. They made a whole new improved version of Hooked on Phonics and download it. Okay, leave me alone. This for power two. Healing the divine masculine. The divine masculine within provides protection, discernment, healing, and a sense of deep safety and holding, holding, something to hold on to. Anyway, listen. Even through the most uncomfortable circumstance of your life, your inner masculine is some shit on the card. Don't look at that. Your inner masculine is going through healing right now, growing stronger in the ability to offer you inner protection and stability so that your inner feminine can blossom with creative expression. Something about feeling safe so you could do you or something like that. I don't know. I was gonna say something about I'm gonna go hard. I think I was watching somebody else read it and they said something like that. Some Jeezy song or something. Anyway, look, it's for power too. Something about healing your divine masculine energy. This could have to do with yourself, masculine energies that's the opposite of yourself, or father wounds, or masculine wounds, or something. How the spirit suggests you get your nervous system right for what you asked for. Something about healthy masculine energy, divine masculine energy, and protection so that you could shine without being concerned. People trying to crumble your cookies and shit, trying to have you have a bad time. Anyway, I'm gonna read a scripture card. All right, but did I answer the question? Healing yourself on a masculine. I feel like masculine and feminine level, but I read the card. All right, how to? What's it say? Grace and peace be yours in abundance. That's what's up. Second Peter 1 and 2. Grace and peace be yours in abundance. What's it say? How to? As the deer longs for streams of water, so I long for you, O God. Psalm 42:1. Okay. As the deer longs for streams of water, so I long for you, O God. Psalm 42:1. I feel like something about this is talking about God. This could also be talking about a person, place, or thing. However, something about knowing where everything comes from and not like remembering God, knowing where everything comes from. Don't get too caught up in let's say something about like a golden goose. Like don't get too caught up in the eggs. Like being grateful for the goose or something like that. As the deer longs for streams of water, so I long for you, oh God, because it's like it's necessary. Mm. Whoever's trying to fuck my third eye, my crown chakra, I rebuke in the name of Jesus. I do too wish your parents had did better with you. That's for who it's for. Just leave me alone. I'm thinking about some food or something. Somebody. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna wrap this up. Thanks, y'all. I'm gonna go to pile three. I don't know what he said in the song. Something about meds have nothing showed me. Okay, let me put this up. We're gonna go to pile three. I appreciate y'all tuning in and everything like that. Okay. All black magic, return back to sender now. It's 12:30. Like y'all niggas, let me find something appropriate. Let me find something appropriate for y'all to watch. Okay, what's 12:30 Wednesday daytime television? Y'all niggas think it's me. It's not me. Hold on. Let me see something. Y'all niggas think it's me, like, nah. Y'all need to catch yourselves a good show. The Young and the Restless. They still playing it. Okay. This running daytime drama holds it down. 12:30 to 1:30. That's y'all gonna be. Y'all about to miss the opening credits. Like y'all need to go do that. Whoever's being weird on the internet, okay? What else? If y'all want to watch the news, it's about George Lopez. Okay. It says Cozy TV. So don't play with it. But y'all niggas like, nah, we can't do that. We can't fuck with this. We can't fuck with their solar plexus chakras. Maybe I can. Maybe I can, but y'all need to eat me. God sees y'all. God sees y'all niggas. So you see me giggling over any type of repercussions. Y'all better. That's on y'all. That's on y'all. I was gonna say something about nations. Mhm. I rebuke all hexes, vexes, curses, hoodoo, chants in the name of Jesus. Anyone trying to fuck with my solar plexus chakra, God, contend with them. Contend with them and shut their solar plexus chakra off. Turn it off. They don't need it. They don't need it. Feeling confident to do some bullshit. Okay, this is for pile three. I'm talking to God, okay? But first, let me write where we're at. Yeah, he said do a CT scan, money upon my brain. All right, let me just swallow. All right, we're about to do pile three. What's the question? How does spirit suggest you get your nervous system right for what you're asking for? Yeah. What you know about pressure? Okay. Welcome to my channel, Thriving Abundance Raw. It's lit. You picked file number three, this mini right away tarot deck. You're gonna see how does spirit suggest you use what? How does spirit suggest you get your nervous system right for what you asked for? Okay. So if you're been here, I appreciate you tuning in, hitting the like button, stay from the beginning to the end of your section so your friends or your people sharing the videos and shit like that, hitting the bell so you can be on here when I'm on here. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. I post for all 12 zodiac signs I post for all 12 zodiac signs when I do. Also the pick cards and journals, so tap in. Hit the bell, all right? That as well. Whoever's throwing some third eye and crown chakra magic, God can talk with them. Return it back to Sunder. I split that. Look at the 10 of wands. Return that shit back to Sunder to these bored niggas. Okay, I'm on at the 5 because these niggas are bored. That's a waste of life. Don't talk to me. Because I would say, like, you don't even need it with y'all. Y'all don't even need it. Y'all niggas don't talk to me. No, I'm not gonna hold you. Maybe like folks that like could feel energy and shit. What I was gonna say, I don't know, but I'm looking at the Hierophant right here. I'm about to talk to God right quick. What I was gonna say, I just feel energy of like, like talk to anybody, ask somebody else. If they ask you, then you gonna tell them or something like that. I'm looking at the 7 of Swords, 4 of Cups. I don't know. Whatever. Let me talk to God. Or did I already talk to God? God, angels, ancestors, spirit guides of the highest ascending white light. Thank you so much for letting me down here. Do this week for power three, making sure our protected from lower vibration, demonic, or oppressive. They don't have any jobs. Get them something to do, Father. The production. See, I'm looking at me on like something productive. Okay, something lucrative if you may, Lord. But look, listen, let's get them out my hell. Okay, thank you, Father. Thank you for the clear audio and the clear visuals, Lord. I'm looking at the Four of Pentacles and the Death card. I don't think so. Now, this could be relevant to you, Power 3, or maybe not. But I was going to say, somebody could be trying to hold on to something. They could feel like they're going to hold on to it to their grave, or they could feel like they're going to hold on to something so tight that nothing could get in and nothing's going out. And something about a transformation or a death or something like that, or ending, because someone wants to hold on to something that's not alive. I don't know. I just feel energy of save yourself. I feel energy of save yourself. Anyway, I'm gonna share all these cards. That's based on what I feel and these energies I feel in this space. But I'm looking at this part 3. It says, "Let me be still today. I listen to the truth in silence." Okay, this is about your nervous system. This is about how spirit suggests you get it right for what you asked for. Something about being still, listening to the truth. Maybe there is lies and a lot of chaos, and it's like, you know what? Let me calm down. So the truth could be spoken to me, or so you could hear God, or so you could hear the Holy Spirit, so you could hear something about the name of Jesus. Whoever you resonate with. I'm looking at awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. And you see how she's like levitating in the sky, and it's all glittery, and pastel. Oh, it looks so beautiful and magical. Awakening. I don't know. I just feel an energy of like another level. Let me see. Are we going to another level? Let me be still today and listen to the truth in silence. Okay, when I see this card though, I be thinking about where people be silent at, in churches, in court, in libraries, excuse me, in school. Something about the truth being spoken, something about somebody not being able to speak, they have to listen. I don't know. This is you or somebody in energy, okay? I don't worry about it. So let me see. How does spirit suggest you get your nervous system right for what you asked for? Okay. Something about being still. It could be something about resting too. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. You got upgrades integrating into your body, into your being, a new way of being. Maybe this is different. Being still. Maybe somebody could have been listening to the loud voice, a loud voice or something, instead of that quiet, still voice from God or something like that. As for the deck, I'm looking at death and judgment. Somebody could have wanted to put an end to something, like they felt like they was the boss of you, or they felt like they could call judgment on you or something. Or someone is calling judgment, like they're saying they're gonna change. I don't necessarily feel like this awakening is asked for or um seeked out necessarily. I don't know. I feel like I don't don't know. I feel like it's kind of like whether you want it or not or something. I don't know. Say whatever it says resonates. Or something about like outgrowing something like like your shoes when you was young and your shoes got too small. It's like your shoes is too small. What you gonna do? You can't make your feet smaller or something like that. You gotta get the bigger size or something like that. A new way of being, awakening. Hmm. All right, this is for power three. How does spirit suggest you get your nervous system together so you could what? So for what you asked for, how can you get your nervous system right for what you asked for? I'm not gonna hold you. If you're dealing with people that they have not awakened, they they said, fuck it. You know what? I don't want to wear the bigger size. I want to just let my foot bust out the front. You gotta love yourself. That's dumb. You gotta love yourself. Get yourself the bigger size. Like that's it. Like what you mean? Anyway, I'm looking at the Ace of Swords, and I said that because I've seen the Ace of Cups. I'm thinking about detergent. Like I smell it with my spiritual nose. I don't smell it for real. I smell it though. It smells like the like powder detergent or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm looking at the Ace of Swords. Maybe somebody doing laundry or about to do it or something like that. Anyway, I'm looking at the Ace of Swords. Something about you loving yourself. Something about you loving yourself. Like that'll get your nervous system right. I'm looking at the Five of Wands. I don't know. I think about this. I think Megan Thee Stallion song talking about oh they want to fight. I don't know some shit. They don't like me. Some shit. I'm looking at the Ace of Swords. I'm look at the top of the deck. I'm looking at Justice. This being served Libra energy. As I said, people be quiet in court, or this could also be spiritual court. I seen I'm about to say the mirror. I seen the camera stutter stuff when I said that. I said spiritual court. Look at this. At the top of the deck, I'm looking at Justice, and the next card, I see the Tower, but there's a card in between there that was I didn't see it until I moved the card over. It was almost hidden. I saw Justice in the Tower. Like this